Hey guys, it's Danny. Today we are doing some updates. We're gonna take a look at some orchids, such as this one that we didn't see in a little while, and I'll show you what they're up to and talk a little bit about them. You know the drill, so grab a beverage, maybe repot an orchid, why not? We're gonna chill a little bit today. So let's just start, right, with the orchid that I'm holding here. This is the beautiful, wonderful Clowesia Grace Dunn Chad's Ford that the beautiful Maya sent to me. I have to send that package to you, Maya. I will send it. I've been a little stumped, but now that the weather is good again, I will send that package to you. But yeah, this orchid, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, yes, it has grown. It might need a repot because I'm pretty sure all we have here are roots. Now this little orchid, if you remember, I'm not even gonna push that pot way too much. If you remember, it had a unseasoned, let's say, pattern of growth. It was purchased from Brazil and taken here to the northern hemisphere, and it was kind of upside down with its seasoning. It grew pretty late in the summer, but it managed to complete a full growth, and it's this one right here. She looks spectacular. I'll give you close-ups. She did not bloom though, but that is okay. The growth is absolutely great this year. I'm looking to see if it started new growth already. It did not, so it's still not fully seasoned to my environment, to my climate, but it will be. I'm not worried about it. But just so you know, because some of you I know asked what happened to it. She's okay. She will probably not bloom this year, but that is absolutely fine. I wasn't counting on it. She had to get adjusted to my environment and, you know, just go through the repotting and everything. I'm not gonna ask for flowers. Next year though, maybe you get an idea of flowering. She has the most gorgeous flowers. I've been wanting this orchid for a million years, and I'm so happy I have it. So yeah, I'm gonna be patient in waiting for its flowers. But yeah, by the way, these pots, they're the puzzle pots. I have a video on them. They're not sponsored or anything, but I love them so much. If like you're interested in a puzzle pot, I'll link you to the website not the website, the video of it down below. It's an Amazon thing. And yeah, maybe you can gift to somebody. It's such a cute little thing. But yeah, this orchid will outgrow this pot for sure. Maybe I'm gonna put a Tolumnia here, actually. I have another one that I haven't used in a while. I'm gonna put a Tolumnia here. They're great for Tolumnias. Now, speaking of orchids that I have from Maya, this is a very tiny Iwanagara apple blossom, and here she is doing great. It's gonna take a while until she grows, particularly because Iwanagaras usually grow one pseudobulb per year per direction of growth, so I'm not expecting her to like bloom anytime soon. But this is an orchid that I find is not really easy to find, and if you imagine my first Iwanagara was a flower shop orchid. Whatever happened to Cattleyas in flower shops? I don't know. It's not an orchid I personally find easily. Might be my location, might be the fact that it's an older hybrid. I really don't know. But I love Iwanagara so much, and I really wanted another one. And I'm willing to wait for as long as it takes for this one. She's doing okay, but again, it will take a long time for her to bloom. This is the new growth that she grew last year, and it's a little bigger than the previous growth, so I'm happy with that. We have a good root system at the moment, so I'm happy with how everything went. She's still here, but I don't know when I'm gonna show you blooms. Might be like in 3 years. I'm not joking. 3 years. Right, okay, speaking of orchids that just refuse to bloom for a while, this is Monnierara Millennium Magic Witchcraft, another Cattleya type that I've had for a lot of years. She has been severely set back. Can we see like the previous pseudobulbs? Oh, they're so shriveled. It needs water. Yeah, it has been severely set back. Last year she had a very nice growth. I was thinking she might bloom, but she did not. What to do? Hopefully this year. And she had a very short dormancy, and she's up to no good once again. Look at her. I need to start watering it because this tells me it is time. I usually start watering like whenever I feel like, pretty much. I don't care about that whole thing about roots not touching water before they're X amount of centimeters long. Let's move on. But this tells me no matter how long the roots are, you need to water. So she has put on already this amount of growth, and it's like March. This growth will be done growing in 2 months. What are we gonna do in 2 months, in full summer? Are you gonna like bloom? Are you gonna take a break? What exactly is gonna happen? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But they're in a hurry. All my catasetums are in a hurry to grow now. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna get 2 growths per year. Maybe it's gonna work out. I don't know. Maybe this growth will be like this big. Who knows? I didn't even get to repot her. She still fits here for 1 more year. But it would have been nice to repot her. I might still do it, I might not. I might just keep it here for another year. We'll see. But I didn't even get to repot my catasetums, and they're already like doing this business. It's okay. I'm fine with it. As long as they grow, I'm happy. Oh, right. So I had to change my batteries. I hope I'm still in focus. But the next orchid I wanted to show you is a Paphiopedilum. How often do I show you paphs? Not that often, right? This is Paphiopedilum delenatii. It's one of the 2 Paphiopedilums that I still have. I lost the Venus to... I mean, I know why I rotted the crown. I'm gonna purchase it again at some point, but the delenatii is a really beautiful Paphiopedilum. Doesn't need repotting? It doesn't actually. It looks okay. And it's going to bloom. Now, fun thing, the delenatii is supposed to be fragrant. I have never noticed any fragrance on my delenatii. I don't know why. It could be an environment thing. Maybe my conditions are not, I don't know, humid enough or cool enough. That's the only thing that I can think of because, you know, my environment is warm and dry. I don't know. It grows well and the blooms are really beautiful, but there is no fragrance for me. So if you guys experience the same things with your delenatiis, let me know in a comment. Do you have fragrant delenatiis? How like fragrant are they? Do you really have to stick your nose in the flower and like really concentrate to get a fragrance? Or they're really fragrant? Because I don't detect anything on mine. We'll see this year because, you know, maybe in the past it was stressed. Who knows? But we'll see this year. If this year it doesn't smell, I don't know. These things are just not fragrant for me, and that is that. They are fairly easy to grow for me though. I think, yeah, there are some old growths that I need to remove here because, can you hear that? These are dry leaves. Oh, look at that. They're coming off. See, Paphiopedilums don't have a natural excision point like most other orchids do. So when you pull on a leaf, it will either come out like this, either not, either it will break. That's just an old growth here. So I'm not gonna pull on it way too much. If the leaves don't want to come out, I'm gonna let it be because they just don't split nicely. So I'm just gonna let them be or cut them. But yeah, this is my delenatii, still around, not doing much, but now blooming. Right, now I'm gonna update you on some orchids that are actually outside. They've been getting a winter chill, and funnily enough, the chill we got this year, holy moly. Let me tell you a little story as I show you. Those are the Sarcochillus and the Australian Dendrobiums, and as you can see, they have some spikes. The Sarcochillus, I'm still waiting on them, but I'm keeping them there. I'm not doing the same mistake as last year. Here's the thing with the cool down. In our area, typically, it never freezes. It's going to, let's say, maybe 4 degrees, but mostly like 5, 6. This year, you guys, we had a cold front that reached -5 degrees. It wasn't announced that it would go to -5 here in my area. It was like -2 and it was like scary, but no, it went -5. My sensor detected -5. Needless to say, I almost killed my plumerias. I had to chop them down, broke my heart. Killed many stuff in my garden. Hibiscus took a hit, bougainvilleas took a hit, it doesn't matter. But it did not kill the orchids. Look at these orchids. They're okay. Now, they were on the kitchen windowsill. Maybe they were a little bit more protected there, but still, -5 in the air is -5. The water froze in the pipes, you guys. It was horrifying. And yeah, the plumerias, I'm so frustrated with having to chop them off and losing the tips on them. But anyway, however, the orchids are absolutely fine. And guess what? I also had some vandas outside. They're not gonna bloom. Probably the flower spike that was developing is not gonna develop, but they're okay. And it was -5. It wasn't announced. And like the past, here's the thing. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna bring them inside. But the past days where they announced 0, -1, my sensor outside was showing 2 degrees, stuff like that. So I was like, it's not gonna be -2. And one morning I wake up and I don't have water. Like, why don't I have water? And a certain part of the water was working, the one that has pipes underground. And I was like, oh, it's not the water being shut down. It's most likely the water froze in the pipes. So I go outside. I looked at my sensor on the house, -5. I go outside to my plants. I could see the plumerias, like, because they still had leaves. I also could see like some buds and new shoots on my pomelo and the other citrus trees. They're okay, but the topmost new growth, done. They were all looking frozen. Oh no, I go at my orchids, fine, could not be bothered. There we go. But plumerias took a hit. Anyway, so the orchids are okay, they're outside, they're getting their chill, they have flower spikes. The dendrobiums will be brought in the room shortly, or maybe I'll keep them outside, they're gonna look pretty. Sarcochillus, I'm still keeping them out because last year I did the mistake of bringing them in too early and the flower spikes stopped growing. So I'm gonna keep them out because the temperatures still go pretty low in the night now. Nothing near freezing, but low enough, you know, to be a cool down. Oh man, freak freeze, right? Oh, and also I was reading that it was like the coldest it has been in the past 40 years. And that's because we didn't have like data from before 40 years. So it could have been the coldest it has ever been in my area. I'm not in the mountains. I shouldn't experience freezing here. There we have it, -5. Enough to destroy my garden. Anyway, but the orchids were fine. Right, and let's just take one more orchid to update you on. I don't know which one, actually. I just wanted to talk about these orchids. Hold on. I know. So there is an orchid that I really, really like. I have it for years at this point, and it bloomed once. And it's the beautiful SLC Jillicoc crossed with Laelia cinnabarina. Now, I was telling you in the video that I made on it when 2 years ago or last year, no, 2 years ago, that finally it's starting to pick up. It started to pick up when it was time to repot. And because I repotted it, there we have it, it's a little setback again. She has a little bit of a flower here which was caught in the new growth, so I had to pull it out. We have new growth, but like this orchid is not vigorous at all. And when it starts to finally pick up growth after 2-3 years, I need to repot it. So I recently repotted it in 2024, so it's good for a few more years. It should pick up. I see that the more growths I have on it, the more or the faster it picks up. So that's good. So yeah, overall, this has to be one of the less vigorous orchids, if not the least vigorous orchid that I have in my collection. Really is. I think she takes the prize of the least vigorous orchid I have. I cannot tell you again how many years I have it for. So many years, so many years. I got it from eBay like in 2020 or before that. So many years. No, she takes the prize of my least vigorous orchid in my collection. I'm sorry, honey, you do. She's beautiful. Like, she's lucky she's gorgeous. But, oh man, we need to work on that vigor. If you're thinking of this orchid, it's gorgeous. The flowers are a beautiful yellow, golden color. They're not fragrant, but she's not vigorous. She's frustrating. Very frustrating, but I love her nonetheless. So yeah, that's the last orchid I'm gonna update you guys on. I think we're gonna start again with the repots, a lot of repots very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. By the way, also I have decided to split my channels. I now have the Orchid channel, the Aquarium channel, you guys already probably know about, and also the gardening channel, because gardening videos do not do well here and they mess up my statistics and YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm just gonna make my gardening videos on a separate channel. No expectation, no nothing. It's just like my other outlet, because gardening and my garden has been my dream for my entire life. Well, not really, since I was 12, and I absolutely want to film it. And I absolutely understand how like the vast majority of you have subscribed for like orchids and growing orchids in apartments or home conditions. But yeah, gardening might not be at all what you're looking for. So I'm gonna make my gardening videos there with an emphasis on roses, because I love roses and I bought so many of them because they're cheap. Yeah, I ordered them for like €5, barewood roses. Good prices. Good prices. I ordered too many, but it's okay. I'm happy. So yeah, emphasis on roses, but other stuff as well. If you feel like you want to watch those videos, if you're interested, you can check the link down below and subscribe to that channel. But yeah, gardening videos, not on this channel. I got the message. I'm gonna put them all there. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching this orchid video. And if you decide to come to my gardening channel, I'll see you there as well. Right, so that said, I hope you have a great day. Bye!